Hi guys, it's SimLicy here, so welcome to another apartment renovation. So today I am back renovating another apartment here in the world of Evergreen Harbor, which is the new world that came with the Sims 4 Eco Lifestyle. So this apartment ends up having one bedroom and one bathroom, so I imagined that it was just for a single Sim living by themselves with their cat though. So they do have a cat, at least that's what I was thinking. You can of course have a dog here if you prefer, but I did put cat items in here like a scratching post and a litter box, so yeah, it's fully functional for a cat and a Sim. But I was trying to think of the personality of the Sim while I was decorating. My first idea though was to just do an industrial apartment. So as I was going through and trying to find things that I thought fit the theme, I was trying to think of the personality, and I came across the like shelving decoration that we got from, I think it was Moschino stuff, and it has the camera equipment hanging from it, and so I thought it'd be really nice to do an apartment for a photographer. And so maybe they're like a, I don't know exactly the word for it, but maybe they document like the changes that's been happening here in this world or something. I thought that was kind of a cool idea. Maybe they work for the newspaper, or they have like a journal, magazine, something. I don't know. Of course, that's just kind of pretend. I'm not really sure what the actual job would have you do in the game. Maybe you could be like a freelance photographer. Is that a possibility? I don't know. But either way, I thought it'd be nice for them to take pictures for some place that reports on the changes happening here in the world. I thought that was kind of cool. But anyways, here you can see I am decorating the living room. This build actually came together so quickly. I was really pleased with how like this style just worked so nicely, and I think that's because this pack actually came with things that work for the industrial style really well. Like the shelving units look pretty industrial. This couch, it looks recycled but also kind of industrial in some ways. So yeah, it just kind of all came together pretty easily. And the doors also that I'm using that came with this pack have these metal frames. They kind of look like maybe they're made of brass or copper or something. I'm not really sure exactly what kind of metal that would be. It kind of has like a copper tone to it, so that looks pretty industrial in my opinion. But here I'm hanging up some shelves. I thought this was actually really cool. I was really happy with the way this turned out. I was kind of proud of it actually, because as I've been mentioning in like every build, I've been just kind of struggling with artwork, so I thought this was like a great way to fill in the space. Oh, here I'm using these leaning paintings. I don't know if they really make sense just leaning up in the living room like that. Maybe they're just trying to figure out where they're gonna hang them. They just bought them somewhere, maybe at the flea market or from a local artist or something, and they just have them leaning in the living room for now. But I love those paintings so much. They're so pretty. And then here I'm just hanging up some lights. I really love the lights that came with this pack. They're so industrial. They're, yeah, absolutely perfect for this style, and they just look really good. Even in other styles too, like some of the other builds I've been doing, I've been using those lights, and I think they work with like everything. But over here is the kitchen. I was really wanting to use that hanging shelf that came in this pack, but I just could not quite make it work in here. I think I ended up using it in the bedroom though, so at least I got to use it somewhere. But the kitchen I think is really nice. I think it's a good shape, and I like that it's a bit different than I would normally do kitchens, like how the refrigerator is along the main empty wall, and then I put the stovetop by the half wall. I thought that was kind of cool. Oh, here I realized that I could actually place things on these windows. I can of course place them when I'm doing a build myself, but I thought that since the windows were on the exterior of an apartment, you can't change the exterior or build on them, that I wouldn't be able to place anything there, but I can just place things like past the wall enough to look like they're sitting on the windowsill. So I thought that was so cool. So I clutter up this one. I think in the bedroom too, I ended up putting a few decorations in the window. I think so. Actually, maybe the bedroom doesn't have a window that sticks out. I can't remember exactly, but at least here in the kitchen I was able to. And then other than that, I just cluttered up the counters with some decorations, and I think it looks really good. I will play test that corner cabinet to make sure it works, because I did place one plant on it, but you should be able to place one thing that's like really far away from the edge, and then your Sim should still be able to use the corner one. So I will make sure. But over here is going to be the entryway. The entryway I think is actually really nice. I put a few decorations in here. Of course, I have the shelving unit that kind of inspired the personality of the Sim, and I put a chair in here. and I think I do decorate the top of the shelf too with a few different decorations. Nothing too crazy, but just a few items that I thought would look good. And then other than that, there's a umbrella rack, a coat rack, a mirror. I feel like everything that I always include in every single entryway. I was really wanting to place a bag actually. I wish we had just like a duffel bag or a backpack that didn't have like school books and supplies like spilling out of them. Like I love that backpack. I really hope actually that they update that backpack with more colors someday. But I want a bag that looks a little bit more adult or something, like maybe just like a purse. No, I want something more than a purse. Like a duffel bag would be pretty cool. But anyways, here I'm decorating the bathroom. And I think the bathroom looks really nice. It matches the rest of the apartment. Again, I'm using the shower from Seasons. I've been using it in almost like every single build because I think it just goes with this pack so nicely. So yeah, maybe I'm overusing it. I'm not exactly sure, but I really like it. And yeah, I think the bathroom's really nice. As you can see, there is a litter box in there, so the cat can go to the bathroom and do everything that it needs. And then over here, it's going to be the bedroom. So the bedroom, like I said, I think is for one sim. You could definitely have a couple in here if you prefer to have a couple. But as I was decorating it, I just kind of imagined that a single sim lived here, but there's plenty of room for two, so no big deal there. But in here I get a dresser, some plants, and I end up using this hanging shelf that I was wanting to use in the kitchen, but yeah, made it work in here though, and I think it looks really good. And I tried to merge the bottom shelf into the top of the dresser to make it look like the pipes were actually coming out of the top of the dresser. I don't know if it's that big of a deal, but I thought it was kind of cool to make it look like it was a little bit more built in than just hanging on the wall. I don't know if it really does, but that was my thought. And then I also sized up that camera that came from the Mosquito Stuff pack to look more decorative. I mean, it's probably still functional if you drag it into your Sims inventory and have them use it, but it'll be a bit oversized. But I thought as like a decoration, sizing it up actually made it look a little bit better. And then on the dresser, I just decorate it with some books and some different clutter items. And then I do clutter up the shelf too. And I was wanting to place that tripod, but I couldn't find like a great place to put it because it was quite big, so didn't end up placing it. But I was trying to find other like sort of photography related items, and we do have this like really old camera that came from Base Game, and so I find it here in a moment and I do decorate with that. So I thought that was kind of cool. This is the camera that I'm talking about, so it's just kind of like an old school camera, and yeah, I think it was kind of nice just to add a bit of decoration. And then I also ended up placing a TV in here, which I never place in bedrooms, but I thought it was kind of fun. But yeah, anyways, over here I do have a side table underneath the TV, and so I do decorate that with a few different items. And then other than that, I think I just add the final few decorations and, you know, touches to the build and all that kind of stuff. But we are coming up on the screenshot, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this apartment and the storyline and all that kind of stuff. And hopefully you guys are enjoying my apartments in this new world, because I'm really loving having new apartments, like so much. It like makes me very happy. So anyways, yeah, here I'm just continuing adding the final few decorations like I mentioned. And then we are coming up on the screenshot, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys do enjoy the screenshot. So thank you so much for watching, and please leave any comments or suggestions you have, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye!